Yo, yo, yo. What's up, people? Hello, King Bean. How's it going? It's been a little bit. Hello, Lucas. I think you're first. I think Duck was here first on YouTube, and Riptide was here first on Twitch. Hello, Lucas. How you doing? How've all your days been? Ink check DMs. I just saw. Yeah. I wrote Duck instead of Goose. In my files, it was like saved as Duck. So then I wasn't sure if it was actually a duck or a goose. But I saw an order. I saw you ordered duck. Where is it? It says sold out. The duck? Wait, I thought I got an email. I got an email from you. Well, from someone called Goose. They placed an order. It gave me error message when I placed the order. You're never getting my name. I'm not seeing an error message on my end. Let me check. For me, it went through. Can you send me a picture of the error you got? Because that's a very yeah, I did. No, he was able to order. It ordered. They, sorry, Riptide. my girlfriend corrected me. sorry. WGF. But yeah, if you could take a screenshot of that error message, I would love to see it. But yeah, can you draw an octopus or watercolor, Ducky? Today I think I started a war. I started a war on a single short. How come? What happened? How did you start a war? What controversial thing did you write? I dismissed the error message. Do you remember what it said? Well, I see that Ozzy also, because I sent Ozzy a direct link for his snake as well, and I see that he placed an order as well. So I'm wondering if he got an error code as well. So we'll see what Ozzy has to say once he hops on. Ink, you're back. Welcome back, Duck. But to answer your question, Lucas, we are going to be trying to do some lino cutting / lino printing. That's the plan for today. We'll see how that goes. And if you don't know what that is, basically, it's carving into a rubber to create a stamp-like motif. And then you put ink on it and you flip it over onto a page and you basically make your own print. And so that's what we're going to be trying to do today. But what I didn't do was add the other goose to my cart before I placed the order. I mean, I can... Okay. I can send it to you in the same package, Riptide. It'll charge shipping. Well, yeah. I mean, the shipping on the goose won't be as much because it's just letter mail, but I can put it in the same package for you. Are you comfortable with e-transferring? Because if you want to just e-transfer me the amount, yeah? Okay, so we'll do that after stream. You can just e-transfer me the amount and I'll add it to the package. You have PayPal? Alright. We'll figure it out. We'll put it in the same package for you. You have PayPal if you remember your PIN. We'll try to figure that out. Am I Unk? I've been here since like day 3. Day 3 of what, the streams? Can you do a night? So today we're actually gonna be... Oh, I just realized we're upside down. Let's fix that. There we go. That'll be a bit better. Wait, no, it didn't fix it? What happened? Were we not upside down? Was I tripping? Hello? Oh no, I just flipped it in the wrong direction. That's all. Unk is only uncle. I flipped it sideways, yeah, son. Hey Nate, how's it going? S'mores is in the shop, Nate. So if you wanna snag him first, you might want to do that. But I mean, completely up to you, of course. Don't touch the goose. Okay, well, I actually hear Riptide. Let me actually unlist the goose to make sure no one else takes him since you're reserving him. Products. Goose. Alright, there we go. No one's gonna steal your goose. Are you gonna continue your series? It's not out of the question, but there's no plans for that soon. Do you miss the ink figure series? I'm reposting all of my ink figures onto Facebook these days. If you wanna relive it from the beginning, you can go follow me there. There's no new ones, but it's fun reposting them because, you know, it's content that I already made, and so I'm just reaping the benefits of the content without too much work. Also my girlfriend's helping me with posting them all. Is everything okay, Ink? How have you been? I've been doing good. I'm doing good. Just trying to find my way. Trying to find my way through this world with my art. Trying out different things. And right now the focus is is becoming as good as I can at watercolor. And these pieces you see are watercolor pieces that we did on previous streams. And right now I'm gonna copy this hermit crab here, and I'm gonna try and bring it over to the linoprint rubber and then like cut it out and try and make a stamp out of it. But how have you been doing, Duck? I wish you luck. Thank you. But how's your life been going since we last cross paths? Also, Duck, since you haven't been here in a while, on Twitch, we now have a function that lets you like basically choose the music that gets played. So if you come over to Twitch, you can actually like do a song request and have me listen to whatever music you'd like. You're making hermit crab stamp. The goose. Did the goose appear on screen? Yeah, we'll start with this. I mean, honestly, it's probably a bit complicated for a first stamp, but you know, let's just try stuff. It's not that much pressure if I mess it up. I've got other rubber pads. I don't know what to call these. I don't want to call them rubbers for obvious reasons. Good, decent. I got a mouse. Nate, you'll BRB. All right, no worries. A computer mouse or a live mouse? Two very different mice. Computer. Okay. Is it treating you well? Is it a gaming mouse? Were you a trackpad simpleton before? Hey, welcome in, Pasta. You're at 3 consecutive streams. Thank you. The air type of mouse is better, but computer mouse is still good. I think we need to. Someone needs to create a video where we train a mouse to somehow be a computer mouse. No? Where we like guide it around and then make it do certain motions to click on screen. I think that'd be a fire video. Very complicated though. Speaking of computer mouse, I made a new mouse pad. Ooh, you gotta show. And speaking of computer mouse, I also need to send the modifications. Can you resend me the modifications you wanted of the cursors? Dimitri, hi, how you doing? So I've actually never used tracing paper before. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but I'm guessing you need like a good amount of lead. I picked like a regular pencil, which I'm guessing is like kind of like an HB, so I think that should be good for the lead transfer. Hey Duck, Welcome to the Twitch side of things. What do you think of the music here? So far, it's just my music, but if you use the stream redeems, you can suggest whatever music you'd like, and it'll play as the next song. It's nice. Yeah, this is Nujabes. I really like Nujabes. Hey, thank you for following. Oh, wait, does that mean we're at 150? I think we were one away from 150. Yeah, we're at 150 now. Let's go. 150 followers. You're extra special, Duck. My 150th follower on Twitch. Much appreciated. Yeah, 150. Very nice. Speaking of followers, how's Void? How's Void been doing? Have you been on his Twitch streams, Riptide? I haven't really had the time to go to his streams. You've been chilling in his streams, yeah? Have you been able to help him grow a bit? Me and Toast have been hanging around. Awesome. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, he was really putting in the work, but not seeing any growth on Twitch. So I'm glad to hear it. Stego, I'm sorry I haven't been on stream for a while. No worries. Oh, and Unroar, hello. How goes Unroar? How is YouTube? What do you mean? You're sorry I haven't been to stream? No worries at all. Not gonna lie, you remind me of that one person that does that one thing when he wants. What? What does that mean? You good, Unk? Thank you, Aurora. Alright, I think we're good here. If I give you guys a little zoom in. Yeah, I could have zoomed into here while doing it. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think let me actually open this. Just slide it underneath to kind of see what we're working with. I'm missing the line back here. Okay. I think that's good. Yeah. All right. I think I'll take it off and try to apply it onto our rubber. Cone crab, yeah. Love myself some hermit crabs. Did you have a stroke, Duck? What's happening? Also, I put some paintings up, but they're a bit too high for the stream view. But oh, your goose is there, Riptide. So he's gonna be coming off the wall soon. Wow, no duck. There's two pigeons though. Yeah. Oh my god, a burr ball? Yeah, it is a burr ball. Can't wait to get to my new apartment, set up my stream room. I can literally put like canvases like all over my walls. Like, well, my paintings, that is. It's gonna be so fun. All right, I'm gonna put him in the corner. And because basically my idea is I'm not going to use this whole thing. I'm just going to use a part of it and I'm going to actually like cut it out after. So if I do this like that, and then I think this is what this is for. Yo, that worked. Let's fucking go. Better take it down. It will be taken down very soon. Now that it's going to your home. Do you already have a frame or something for it? Do you still play games or nah? I do have to finish Cuphead. I think once I have a more like stable stream schedule and all that, it'll be easier to incorporate games. You know, especially once I get to the new apartment and I got my own stream room and you know, I might be able to even, you know, do some art during the day and then do some games like more at night, you know, during like the same stream. I just think now, like, I gotta focus on my work during stream. S'mores is now safe. Let's go, Nate. Alright, I'm gonna have 3 orders to send out. Awesome. Alright. So I'm kind of following the advice of someone that I watched on YouTube for this. Can you reference me in one of your videos? Oh, you're talking to normal. I think pixel art in Minecraft would be cool, but I don't know. Oh, like a Minecraft stream where I do pixel art? Like in like creative mode? And basically the idea of going in with the Sharpie is that the thickness of the Sharpie is kind of like the max thickness I can go with like carving, you know, with like this tool. So it forces me to not make lines that are too small. That's the idea, at least. And it looks weird because my signature is backwards. Actually, this is gonna go all the way to the antennae here. You're smart, yeah. Like I needed the goose, and goose needs a friend. Hell yeah. This is a great sale tactic, Ink. Pay things that people feel inclined to buy. Yeah, definitely. And especially with these like small like ACEO things, they're not too pricey for you guys. It's not too huge of a time commitment for me, even though like I don't know if you noticed, I really, you know, like I really put like maximum effort into them, you know. I don't hold back. It's just that because of the size of it, I spend less time on it. So it's still something very quality, just at a smaller size. And it lets me try new things because it's such a small size. I feel like I'm gonna be going a bit too small with the detailing on this crab, but it's a learning experience. We'll see how it goes. Oh, I'm not even showing it on stream. Damn it. Let me... Sorry if I wasn't showing it for a while there. Let me zoom out a bit so that I'm sure that it's on stream. Why is it? You could always cut a few. You have a pretty large sheet to work with. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna try and make several stamps on this. So this is, you know, just part of it. Hey Ruth, how's it going? I'm done with the drawing you requested me last stream. Oh, from Unroarable? What was it? Ink? I have progress on you drinking paint water savings. I have 1,000 points. Hell yeah, you got this. You got this, buddy. I believe in you. The rest of you don't know, on Twitch, basically when you watch someone, you gain points for just watching them. And you can spend those points in the channel. And I like set up rewards for the points. And one of the rewards is to make me drink my paint water. So if you gather enough points, you can make me drink my paint water. So over on Twitch and maybe it'll happen. Actually, I think I want a separation here if I can. Was it better without? Kind of like as if it's going in front. Yeah, maybe without. Maybe I don't do that line there. I'll just have to remember to not do that line. Stego, you need soup? Get some soup. I'm a Spinosaurus aegypticus, not a marble, a mirabilis of the posable Morocunus. And yes, I did. What? Underor, in what tongues do you speak? What spells are you casting my way? I don't know how to dodge them. Oh. Oh, also sorry, I was a bit back on... I was a bit behind on stream. I was scrolled up for some reason. Also, congrats Nate on being here for 35 consecutive streams. 35, that's crazy. Let me catch up on chat since I was scrolled up and didn't realize it. If I get 500 channel points per stream, I would need to watch 20,000 streams. It's doable. Karen, hello, how are you doing? Welcome in. One of my beloved Patreon supporters. Also, Karen, let me show you. I finished your sea turtle request. How do you like it? It's cool, not gonna lie. I think it's cool too. I'm probably gonna have it up on my shop in the coming days. If ever anyone wants to purchase the sea turtle. All right. Ink, one day you're drinking paint water, just so you know. If it's available, I'm getting it. You're getting me to drink paint water, is what you're saying? And yes, I would dare, in fact. Ink, if I shear 1500 bits, will you drink the paint water? No. No, no, no. But we do actually have a doodle mechanic set up. So if you cheer bits, I think it's set up for basically you can get me to draw a 1 minute doodle, a 5 minute doodle, or a 10 minute doodle of your choice. Kind of like the ink figures. So we're keeping the ink figures alive through that. If that's something that interests you, feel free to go for it. Ink figures from Temu. Wow, Ruth. Okay, now I've never even put this on here. Wait, let me like just bring this over here. I keep bringing it down and out of frame. Okay, perfect. This is in frame now. I could actually maybe even zoom in a bit now that I have it in the middle. I will get $310 and cheer 25k bits if you drink paint water. How about we do that the other way around? You cheer me $310 worth of bits, and I will drink paint water. Hey Saturn, how you doing? Also Saturn, the bunny painting, the small bunny painting is on my website if ever you want to get it before someone else does. Okay. Let's see. You gotta kind of keep it close to the rubber itself to keep it like shallow. All right. Ruth, don't be mean to Saturn. What kind of art is this? I've never seen it. It's lino cutting / lino printing. Basically, we're gonna be cutting out the design, and then you can use it as a stamp. And it's my first time trying this, so we'll see how this goes. I feel like my lines are very shaky, but also from the prints I've seen, like kind of like everyone's lines are a bit shaky when they do this. It's part of the charm. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit tricky. These lines are close, so I gotta make sure I don't connect them by accident. This is where I want to connect them. Okay. Okay. I keep bringing it this way, so let me get just the camera to there. Ink George said I managed to get him 25k bits. Cheered. He'll twerk. Ink George? Who's George? Oh, George that we rated the other day? 25k bits. What does 25k bits translate to? You being bullied? Yeah, I know, Saturn. I'm sorry. Ruth has no chill. 310, yeah. I mean, well, here you can make me drink paint for that money. Paint water, to be clear. Not just straight paint. I'm not going to the hospital for you guys. How much paint water are we talking about? A gulp. One gulp of paint water. Whatever my paint water looks like the moment it's redeemed. I'm gonna try and make this eye a bit separated from the other one. A bit more than my original lines. We're still on screen? We are still on screen. Oh, and since I have this open, here, let me just zoom in on this for y'all. That way you guys can see the reference. Boom. What percentage do you get, Ink? This is probably gonna end up being a lot less than Ink actually receives. Oh yeah, in bits? I mean, if it's like everything else on Twitch, then it's 50%. So maybe just do it through the donation feature on my stream. If you don't want to give waste so much money on Bezos. He's got enough money. He doesn't need yours. I, on the other hand, need to pay rent. I'm taken by someone on Roblox. Not gonna lie, I ain't single. Not IRL. but you're taken on Roblox. You're Roblox married. Do you know this person IRL? That you're Roblox married to? Yeah, it's good, Karen. Don't get tempted by Ruth into bullying Saturn. You gotta kiss the homies. You don't got someone in your life, you just gotta kiss the homies. Riptide's right. But yeah, I'd just say be careful, Karen. If you don't know this person on Roblox, just be careful what you send them. Don't send them any personal information or photos. Roblox is known for having some, let's just say, some 50-year-old Russian dudes. I don't know why I have beef against middle-aged Russian dudes, but here we are. I'm clipping you saying I'm right, so it can be used against you. Alright. Yeah, Saturn's is not down for any beard. He wants that ink beard. Hey, Boston. Yes, listen to Karen, Ruth. Don't bully Saturn. I almost breathed in my pencil lead. Maybe stop chewing on your pencils, Dimitri. They shouldn't be that close to your mouth. I'm actually really enjoying this. It's so like calming, just carving into it. It's very satisfying. What's fun about this too is if I end up like making like whole pieces like this, I can then make my own prints to sell. Don't need to use any service. Just make my own prints. What ink? What are you saying, Michi? What are you confused about what I said? Is that wood? No, it's rubber. It's rubber, Boston. A lot more satisfying to carve into than wood. I have tried carving into wood. It's it doesn't hit the spot. It's not soft enough, so like you end up just really working at it for a long time for not much in terms of results. Not a fan of wood carving. I am a fan of avocado pit carving though. I've carved avocado pits. It's a very fun way to get into carving. Never tried that? It's really fun, Riptide. Basically, as the avocado pit is drying, it gets harder and harder until it becomes almost like wood. And so what you want to do is, when it's very soft in the beginning, that's where you have a great idea, Timothy. Tell me. That's where you can you can do like the really drastic changes to like the shape of the actual carving, you know, carve out like the big shapes, the form, and then you can let that dry for a day, and then you go back and then you do like the smaller carving for like the details. And so like the smaller the details you want to do, the longer you wait, so that it's a bit harder so that you can carve smaller details. Should try that sometime. Yeah. I wonder if I still have mine here. Oh yeah, I do. Here's a little mushroom I did. So, and basically you can see that it's this is the like half of an avocado pit. So you want to make sure, I actually have an avocado pit drying. Yeah. I have an avocado pit drying. I was thinking of doing it again. But once you, quick tangent. Once you have it start drying, you take out this like outer layer, and then you'll see a natural like split, right? You'll see the split here. So what you want to do is then go in with a knife. Wait, make sure I'm on screen. Go in with a knife and split it. You're not showing? I think I am showing now. Yeah. So you take off this outer layer, and then you find where it naturally splits. You take just a little butter knife or something, and you just split it down the middle into two halves. And then you'll have like a half like this, and you see like this is one that I carved away that I didn't do anything with, so it's like hard as wood, you know. I just took out the outer layer of skin. And so I do think you want to take out the outer layer at least. But one of the things that I did with this one is you can see where it's darker. I actually used a lighter and I burned it. I burned it to create those like darker spots. And then I varnished the whole thing. So now it's a little mushroom avocado. I also made this little mask. I don't think I have anything else really in here. I have a bunch of ones that I had prepared, but I hadn't like actually carved into. And a bunch of actual snail shells, if you're wondering what the other things in here are. Yeah. I found one bigger than those. I don't doubt it. I think my biggest snail shell is this one. But these snails, ink draw painting with a theme of heartbreak. Why? So that you can keep bullying Saturn? I don't think so. Let me get this out of the way. But yeah, there is a story behind all those snail shells. You'll be right back, Dimitri? Alright. No worries. It's the biggest one I've seen. Feel free to post it in the Discord. I'd love to see it. Yeah. Basically, like I think I've said this on stream a couple times that my favorite pets to keep are snails because they're very low maintenance, and like you can literally like go on vacation for 2 weeks and they'll start to hibernate. Like that's how easy they are to deal with, you know. You really don't need to worry about them. But there was a tragedy. So snails, you can usually give them all types of like vegetables, but there are certain vegetables that are poisonous to snails. I think one of them is onions. Onions is poisonous to snails, so you shouldn't give them onions. But there is also another vegetable that is poisonous to them that I did not expect in the slightest. Celery. And I gave them a big batch of celery. I had 2 different species of snails, an Otalolactea that I had imported from Europe and bred, and a species of snail that's here in Montreal. And I fed them celery, and the worst part about it is that they devoured it. They acted as if they loved it. They were all over it, eating it. And then they all started slowly dying. It was tragic. I was very sad. So yeah, moral of the story is don't feed your snails celery. Make sure you feed them the right vegetables. French people eat snails. I've also eaten snails. I'm really sorry. Yeah, it sucked. It really did. But yes, I have also eaten snails at a restaurant. I ate snails. I also harvested and ate snails that I found here. It was a weird time in my life, I would say, where like I wasn't really comfortable with doing that because I loved snails. I wasn't really comfortable with you know, just harvesting some in the forest and eating them. But also I was trying to be a manly man about it. And you know, I come from a family where like it's very normal to, you know, go fishing or hunting and all that stuff. So yeah, harvested snails, and we had our own escargot. I don't know. It's like I was trying to prove something that didn't need to be proved, really. It's not something I would do again. It always seems to be the foods they should have, they like the most. Always seems to be the food they shouldn't have, they like the most. You mean the French people? Ruth says, imagine growing your geese and then barbecuing them. Yeah, I can't imagine that. No. My dog really loves chocolate, but she does not love the vet visits that it leads to. Yeah, has it happened multiple times? That's really dangerous, right? I mean the snails. Oh, yeah. It's so weird, huh? That they just really chowed down on that celery as if it was the most delicious meal they've ever had, and then just started dying one by one. Like self-preservation at like an absolute zero. It's crazy. But also the French people be eating things they shouldn't eat. That too. All the different cultures have some questionable things that they eat, right? My dogs got onto my coffee table and just eat all the food off it, and the worst part about it is that it is a glass top. He just jumps on and slurps it up. Maybe you gotta eat somewhere else, or train him a bit better. First time was an expensive trip to the vet. Second and third, we figured out how to deal with it at home. Oh, you have to kind of like give him things to make him throw up, right? Is that how it works? I remember when I used to have a husky. She would constantly eat grass when we'd go for walks. She'd just like chomp on grass as if she was a fucking cow. And then she'd throw it up. And in nature, that's how I guess some mammals make themselves throw up to like to get rid of something in their stomach. But I don't know why my husky was doing it. I think she was just dumb. Oh, Timothy, thank you for the hydrate reminder.
Timothy 8293828837 just redeemed.
Don't feed dogs grapes. Yes. Another piece of great advice. Ink, you're off screen again. Ooh, thank you. Let me just aim it this way since I keep veering to the right more and more. Thank you, Nate. I appreciate the warning. He's also always trying to snatch grapes, avocados, and guac. And coffee. I mean, dogs be trying to eat whatever you're eating, to be honest. Like, it doesn't, no matter what you're eating, they're gonna try and eat it. But grapes are bad, but avocados, are they bad for dogs too? I didn't know that. I only know of grapes and chocolate. Those are the only two that I know of. Also, let's aim it this way, but I keep bringing it down as well. Yeah, they are. Coffee, where I believe just caffeine is bad. Grapes. Xylitol. Avocado. What's xylitol? You need some kind of line on your desk where the camera ends? Yeah, true. I need to put like kind of like a grid. Be like, I can't go past this line. Put like some tape. For now, I'm just gonna try and keep it on screen as much as I can. The plant-based sweetener. Okay. Ink, have you eaten rabbit? Yes, I have. Yes. Like, not that many times, just a couple times. I have, yes. I saw at a grocery store once, which I found kind of fucked up, was they had like a rabbit pate, and it was in like a package like shaped like a rabbit. Which, I mean, like, it definitely makes you think about it, you know. We're all a bit hypocritical, I think, when we eat meat and close our eyes to the animal suffering. But that packaging, I feel, really did not help that company sell more of their of their rabbit. Hey, Aussie! Thank you for the order. I saw your order go through. Thank you. Did you get an error message, Aussie? Because Riptide got an error message when he tried to order. It still went through, but he got an error message. I was wondering if you got it too. Yeah, I saw you got your order. Let's go. You're spraying me. Think bad. Hey, Jenya. Welcome in. I find it hard to not think of animals whenever I eat meat. So are you... They, Ink? Did I misgender you, Riptide? I thought I was talking to Ozzy a second ago. I don't... Or did I misgender someone else? Although it is strange, you can order multiple of the same piece on my website. You don't need to clip the Riptide. I'm sorry if I did. My apologies. Are they... You gotta increase the follower goal. Could you do that for me, Riptide? Could you increase the follower goal? I mean, the snake is now at... Oh wait, let's look at the... So for example, the guinea pig is now at 0 in stock, 0 available. Yeah, for me it says sold. For me it says sold out. No, I didn't. I did do it through the shop app though, so I don't know if that changes it. Okay, well I'm glad it worked well for you. I just personally don't see the point of only eating veg and stuff, but my family members do, so I respect. I mean, the point is that, you know, we're not hunter-gatherers in the Stone Age anymore. Now we, you know, like we farm animals in very inhumane ways. So when you're eating meat, you are supporting that industry. That's the point on Roar. And I mean, to an extent, I also close my eyes to that, but I'm mostly vegetarian these days because of my girlfriend. Stream stopped. Are we good? We are now? Okay. Alright, I don't know what happened. Yeah. Okay, we're good now? Alright. Good, good. I've just been watching wrong time. Sorry. Oh, no worries. But yeah, Nate, it was letting you order multiple of the guinea pig of s'mores, because for me right now, like s'mores, it says sold out. If I go to the website, I'm not able to purchase it. But I think it's okay. And there was only one in stock. How are you today, Ink? I don't think I asked you. I'm doing good, and honestly, I'm enjoying this lino cutting. It's a slow process, but it's kind of meditative. Honestly, I just think watercolor is like really nice in terms of like, it's a very fun medium to master because it's very technical. Takes a lot of skill to master. But at the same time, it's very stressful. A lot of time-sensitive things. Hey, Riptide! Thank you for the 3rd month of resubscription. I can order 50 of one painting. There's something wrong. But does it change the price? I will have to look into that. Okay. Alright, I'll have to look into that. No, it doesn't change the price. Like if you go to checkout. You see my earlier message? Before you click purchase, right above the add to cart, I can increase or decrease the quantity. Yeah, I think that's where I have to like add the code that only lets you like increase the amount up to the available quantity. I just thought the code did it automatically. I guess it didn't. It says only one item was added to your cart due to availability. Oh, okay. So there is at least a check to that before checkout. That's good. If every animal stopped trying to eat meat, the ecosystem would collapse. The difference is we're not like every animal on Roar. Other animals don't farm other animals. It's not... Your argument doesn't really hold up. And like, you know, the thing is like, we're also very like desensitized to it. It's very normalized for us. And it's not eating meat inherently that's evil, you know? You lived in the forest and you're a hunter-gatherer and you hunt, you know,
You're looking 11/10ths today, winking face emoji.
Looking 11 out of 10 today, thank you, Saturn. It's not eating meat that's inherently bad, you know? If you're like a hunter-gatherer in the forest and you're like hunting to survive, you know, that's completely okay. You are a part of the ecosystem. It's just that we've manipulated, you know, the entire ecosystem that is Earth and turned hunting into like mass farming and pumping chemicals and GMOs into livestock and, you know, putting them into basically like positions of torture throughout their lives, just so that we can have our steak. And even the like labels like free range, you know, like if you look at like free range chickens, you know, I challenge you to actually go check out on YouTube like what free range chicken farms look like. It's not chickens prancing in a field. Think you're off screen today? Oh, like actually me, myself? Let me try and be on screen. I kind of have like this in the way, don't I? If I do this, does that help? No. Maybe I can do this more. Bit better. All the things human that fix problems we caused. Yes, we are not. We are a cancer on the ecosystem. That's for sure. Ink, have people bought all your big paintings? Or are those just for you? What do you mean? The like hermit crab prints? If you're not in Canada, they show as sold out, but if you're in Canada, they're available. Because I haven't created shipping profiles for like the States and for other countries because I don't have the exact measurements of what I'm shipping them in, but I have the approximate price of what it's going to cost to ship in Canada. So right now they're just shipping in Canada. Take humans out of the equation and organisms will be in balance. Yeah, I mean minus like minus like apocalypses, you know. But yes. Like when the asteroids when the big asteroid hit the earth and made the dinosaurs extinct. Except for those. Maybe we kind of are an apocalypse. Us humans. A slow apocalypse. Nature will work itself out after the asteroid. I mean, what I'm saying is if somehow the humans go extinct, nature will also work itself out as well, you know? Nature finds a way. Humans have taken it so far that we are beyond the point we can go extinct. I don't know. You don't think we can all kill each other in like a nuclear war? I think that's possible. That sounds like extinction to me. Or maybe a disease comes about that we're just not able to counter whatsoever.
IGTG soon, but have a good rest of your stream, everyone. Have a great day/night. Challenge: give someone in chat a compliment today.
Alright, Saturn. See you later. I hope people take up the challenge. Prediction events only need one domino to fall. I don't know where you guys get this idea of if we go extinct, the Earth will recover. It might not be the case, and if so, it may take thousands of years. I mean, the thing is, like, it'll...
Bing bong, bing
That's the thing, it'll recover.
Bing bong, bing bong, bing bong.
It'll recover. It'll take time, but it will recover. And I mean, recovering has many forms, right? Doesn't mean it'll be the same as it was before. You know, it evolves. That's how it is. All right, so for the inside of the cone, I'm actually gonna
Stretch!
Timothy 8293828837 just redeemed
Good idea,
stretch.
Timothy. Good stretch. Oh, got a couple cracks in. Change the subject. Chill, Ruth. Everyone, make sure to stretch. Better that asteroid hadn't fallen and the dinosaurs wouldn't die. Wouldn't that be sick? They were still alive today. So I'm thinking the inside of the cone, I want to do I want to keep it dark or do I want to keep it white? I want to keep it white. I'm gonna have to create like a line around. Maybe I keep it dark. And I carve out the my signature. Crack your neck. See that? Reminded me. The asteroids were not the worst extinction event. There was one before called the Great Dying that killed over 90% of all life on Earth. When's the next one gonna be on Roar? It's gonna be our demise. Alright, do I want to try to create a line? That feels risky, trying to create a line. I feel like I'm better off keeping it black, so I'm gonna just carve out the actual signature. Hey, brick wall! How you doing? I thought you were going to sleep. Think I'm gonna leave early today because I'm sleepy as hell right now. Alright. No worries, brick wall. The issue is we have built things that are capable of destruction beyond imagination to the point that if we all left or went extinct, left everything that humans have made unmanned, the world would become a wasteland. While the nuclear reactors left unmanned and bombs capable of leveling countries and countless other things, all just waiting to go off. Yeah. But I just have like a... When I think about it, I have a very much like future vision. I'm thinking about, you know, like millions of years into the future, you know, life forms will re-evolve and, you know, nature takes over eventually. Do you have multiple different blades? Your lino cutter. Also, if you keep the cone dark, remember to cut a border around it. Well, so I have this border already. The border is already cut around it. But I do have other blades, but this is the one I have here is the smallest one. Yeah. just lagging? I don't know how I missed that. No worries. It's not super zoomed in. It's not for you? Okay. Not lagging for you. Jumping ahead or jumping back? That's weird. Have you tried refreshing? You only got 5 minutes before you go back to sleep. No worries, Brick. Are you gonna do the eye specs? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I can really like be detailed enough to make eye specs. Are you going to number, keep track of the amount of cards you make? Oh yeah, this is a question that I have actually for you, Nate, and for you, Riptide. Since I did say that I was planning to create card backs by linoprinting, right? Do you want me to like do that first and wait? Basically you would have to wait for me to like finish doing that to be able to apply them, or do you just want them as is? Because, you know, making that card back, you know, I'm gonna try to do it in the coming week, but you know, it won't be right away. It's really up to you. Like I don't mind either way. If you want it, I don't care. If you don't care, I can just send it to you right away. There's no worries. You know. I leave that completely up to you. So just let me know. I'll write a little something on the back, you know, put my signature there. For mine, you can wait to finish the card back. All right, Nate. Sounds good. All right, so this is the stage where the person I was looking as an inspiration for how to do this is their technique. When they've carved out everything, they then go over it all with a Sharpie so that we can kind of get an idea of what we've actually carved out. My Sharpie is kind of going in the grooves though, which I wasn't intending for. Yeah, like my like Sharpie is like so like juicy. It went in the grooves, so it's not really helping me see the design. For that step, I just use an ink roller and wipe it off after. Well, here we are. Too late, I guess, is what I'm saying. Because the video I saw, she just did exactly what I did, and it didn't bleed into the parts that were cut out. But hey, it's okay. So, BRB. All right, Ruth. Still, it does give a little bit more of an idea now that I'm like seeing it black, even though I'm not seeing all of the white parts. I think I want to focus on like the highlights. Also, I used different lino than that. Mine was gray. So, and you were saying to do like the very small stuff, to use like the blade one, like this, and you kind of like create like a little just do like little like marks in it. What about Australian dollars? If you go to the website, you should be able to change it to Australia, and it should do the conversion for you. Getting drowsy? Go sleep, Brickwall. Is down for cutting? Yeah, but you can cut like little lines. I just used the pocket knife, but used a different spot on the lino as a test, just for some finesse. Like, because I think I can like create, I can like create these little divots, right? And what I want to do is create some texture in the crab, kind of like in the reference where I put the white specks, you know, focus more on the highlights and the shadows since the whole crab is black. So do some little like little specks as highlights. Yeah, I think that's working. Yeah. I don't think I want to go too crazy with it. Little specks here and there. But I think, yeah, aside from these specs, I kind of just mainly gotta start carving around. Let me do a little speck here. Little speck there. I think that's good. Yeah, I think I want to kind of start carving around. Even the eye reflections, I'm just so scared because it's so small in there. Maybe I can... I think I'm going to wait till last. You didn't notice the description to the hydrate? Yeah, they've got fun descriptions. I also just stabbed it with a pencil / pointy thing in some spots. As long as the surface is lowered enough, the ink won't reach. Here, I think I'm just gonna try carving around now. Kind of want to keep, I think, using this one just for precision, since I'm close to my lines. Also with the eyes, you could leave it like that and come back later to change it after it's clean dry. Yeah, exactly. I want to go in there when I'm confident for those eye specs, not before. Also, I heard that like you gotta be really careful as well when you're doing the printing to not put too much ink on your roller. Because if you put too much ink on your roller, then you can like fill in your crevices on your stamp and lose details kind of permanently if they like dry on your stamp. Although I don't know how well you can wash the stamp. You might be able to wash it. Wash the ink off. Probably not this permanent marker I put on though. Decisions were made today. You cut away from the art, it's less likely to slip into it. Right, like start from my grooves and go outwards. Yeah, that makes sense. You're sure making a lot of sense, Nate. It's almost like you've done this before. 100%. I did probably 10 prints using mine, and every one had a slightly different look depending on the ink amount. You can rinse it in water, just make sure to let it dry. If you cut away the art, it's less likely to slip into it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cut away from the art. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a bit, Jenya, for the reflection in the eyes. I know it's a very satisfying part, but you're gonna have to wait. And like I feel like it looks more fucked than it is, because like for example, like here, this kind of like darker line, like this compared to this darker line here is actually already lower than this. So like even it's just because my permanent marker spread to there. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I think my edges are cleaner than they look, is what I'm trying to get at. Just because my permanent marker kind of slipped into the grooves, and so now with the modifications I'm making, you're still seeing the permanent marker in the grooves that are not going to print. I love this kind of art. It's very calming. Except cutting hundreds of windows wasn't fun. No, I can imagine. But yeah, it is. I just gotta like find a way to not like hunch over like a goblin so much while doing it. I don't know how not to though. I kind of need my chair to go lower. Or maybe this to be at like a higher elevation. I don't know. I'll figure it out for the next streams that I do this. Exactly, Nate. But it's definitely a labor of love and patience. can only imagine how much time that took you, the one that you showed me, Nate. Do you have an estimate in like hours how long it took you? Ink, what is this material? It's rubber. A rubber material. Like kind of like an eraser, almost. I feel like you could do this with an eraser. Looks like eraser, yeah. Also, Riptide, did your kit arrive? Because I know that you ordered a kit as well, right? Oh, I gotta be careful here. This part is part of the design. Oh, a little bit of the foot there still. Isn't it linoleum? Oh, you might be right. I was just going by feel. It's a rubber it's a rubber type of material. In specificity, I don't know exactly. It might be linoleum, sure. Hey, The Flow, how are you doing? I'm doing good. Less time than it should have. I procrastinated for a while on the transfer paper, but after that, probably around a week of actual work. It was a school project, so I was only working on it some days of the week. Okay. Yeah, I really wish my permanent marker hadn't gone into the grooves. It kind of really defeats the whole purpose of what I was trying to do with it. That's okay, we'll make it through. That's why mine was gray. Mine must have been linoleum inks. Could be rubber. They're both used the same. Been a while since you watched your live. Yeah, it has been. Has been a little while. Are you liking how it's coming along, Lucas? But so... Okay, so I'm kind of at a point where I kind of want to cut it out. Or I'm gonna want to cut it out soon, you know? So I think now I just gotta make it go a little bit further, because I made an edge, but not like a super big edge. Maybe I go for a wider scooper. scoop some more of the edge up. Hey, kiss you goodbye. How are you doing? Nice art, thank you. So yeah, with this scooper, we should be able to scoop more off. So I'm gonna just create more of a border around the whole thing. Probably, how far around it should I go? Because after I'm gonna go with like an X-Acto knife, kind of, right? Kind of art. It's lino cutting is what it's called. Gotta go for a sec. No worries, Jenya. How much of a border should I make around this before like cutting it out? It's a method of printing. Yeah, well, there's the lino cutting and then there's the lino printing, which I guess are both part of the art form. You gotta cut it before you print with it. I was about to go off screen there. Oh, kiss you goodbye. Thank you for the hydrate reminder.
Kiss you goodbye to just redeemed hydrate.
A different thing you could do is cut the size of the card out as the shape background of it. It would make it easier to line up with the card. I could, but I wasn't necessarily planning on using this one for the card backs. I was just gonna use it as like a free stamp, you know? Because when I do the card backs, I'm gonna design like a whole thing, not just like one part of it. The screen is upside down? No, it's not. Is it? No? I don't know what you're talking about, Ruth. Yeah, I'm gonna I think just create a good border around my different elements. And then I'll go in with the X-Acto knife and just cut around it. And that should be fine. All right. So let's take out the X-Acto knife and my cutting board. Here goes nothing. Thank you for requesting a song, Kiss You Goodbye. It should play as the next song. So, this is like pretty thick. I'm gonna have to like actually cut pretty deep in this. But maybe it might be easier to just kind of cut a square first. Or at least some like straight lines. Not trying to cut like a complicated outline, you know? Another thing is if you want to rinse it, you have to do it while the printing ink is still wet. If it dries, it's not coming out like watercolor. Same for anything else getting inky. Right. So I mean this permanent marker I put is here to stay. I actually have some good mobility with this. More than I thought. All right. Let's try just clean up. Look at that. Amazing. Now let me put this away before I cut myself. I think you're making me realize that I actually did learn lots in high school art. It's all coming back to you now. I've had an opposite experience with high school art. I'm constantly reminded that my high school art education was just crafts education. You know, we didn't learn any like anatomy or perspective, you know, any of the major foundational blocks of like art. Didn't learn any of that shit. Like every like month or so we just start a new medium and like just try it out, you know, with no real guidance. And we made way too many mixed media things. Like, I don't know who enjoys fucking going through newspaper and like getting cutouts and pasting it onto their art, but I sure didn't. There's a time and place for that. Look at this. So, question. Is there any merit in me trying to rinse off the permanent marker before I try to do a print with this? You could try, I don't know. I mean, I guess the permanent marker doesn't really affect the levels, right? It's such a thin layer. But yeah, is it time? Is it time to try and do some eye specs? God damn it. I'm not ready. Probably not, huh? Yeah. I don't think it's worth it to try and take it off, yeah. What the hell? I'm confused. How do I spin? How do I take it out? How do I spin this independently? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. I just gotta hold it. What I could do is also have the like eye specs be like bad lag. Better maybe. You have an ad. But yeah, I don't know if you can really see this, but kind of like making the highlights kind of like this. Like little triangles. Little triangles of light that come off of the side. Stream is part of behind the hog took a while. Damn. You could also paint their eyes white after. Yeah. Or do I try to really make like a little dot within it? I don't know. I think let's try print it like this and we'll see how it looks. So yeah, let's get all that stuff ready. Kinda looks like a fossil, not gonna lie. It does, huh? Alright, let me zoom out. Alright, Nate, are you gonna help me out with this? Are you gonna guide me through this process? The pad of where I'm presumably gonna put the ink. almost feel like not taking this off so that I can just rip it off after and have a completely clean pad. Is that crazy? If the lag takes a break, I'll try. Damn, it's really that bad? Don't even know what you are doing. Basically, we're gonna be printing this onto a piece of paper. Hey, Hedrick. That's smart. Just don't rip it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just leave the plastic on. That way I can take it off easy. So I got ink. Tube of ink. Oh yeah, Jenya, if you want to kind of see what you kind of do with it, you print it on the paper. You can kind of see like a representation of it here. It gets printed on. But yeah. Always do test print on scrap paper to check for errors or areas that need more carving. Sure. Prepare the ink roll. Roll it like a pro. Squeeze out a grape-sized amount of ink onto your plate. That seems too big. I think my like hermit crab is so small. Probably a blueberry amount will be enough. Roll the brayer back and forth, side to side, until the ink is smooth and even and velvety. You'll hear a soft hiss. That's when it's perfectly ready. We're crab raving. Let's go, guys. Keep the crab rave going as I read instructions. What's up, Hedrick? Is just Thompson is eating Simon? What are you saying? Ink, can you drink the ink? No, thank you. Congrats on watching for 3 consecutive streams, Hedrick. Alright, so roll the brayer evenly across the raised surface. Make sure every part of your design gets covered. Avoid getting ink in the carved grooves, yeah. Place the paper gently and precisely. Once it makes contact, do not move it. Use your hand to lightly hold it in position. Press down firmly and use small circular motions over the entire back of the paper. Oh, you place the paper on this. You don't put this on the paper. You put the paper on this. For the rolling, start with less, then add more as needed. Also, make sure you roll vertically and not horizontally. If you just go back and forth, there will be bare spots on the roller. Right, that makes sense. Okay. Alrighty. I guess I need a paper to print it on. They did provide these papers. I think these papers are like supposed to be the size of this. Yeah. So maybe I keep these papers for when I do a full size. And I guess I can just use like printer paper, right, to do a test? Or actually, I have like... I have a piece of test paper here I can use. Let's make sure everything is on screen. Let's just move this way. So we'll use this as a test paper. This is where I did the test for like the box. Oh, but I have to put the paper on top of this. That's strange, but it would work. I put the lino on top of the paper. I think I'm gonna do the same because it makes a lot more sense for me to just take this and like kind of just stamp it down, you know? I would use paper. You don't mind getting messy? Yeah, I don't mind this. This is just like test paper. So, all right. Well, here goes nothing, I guess. Let me wipe this. They said grape size, but they don't know that I'm using a tiny little bit. Oh wait, I gotta open it, I think. Did Unk just not reach out? What did I miss? Oh yeah, I gotta open it. It's down a bit. Also, quick Streamly reminder: if you're watching right now and you've got a Prime subscription, a Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to me for free on Twitch, and you won't get any more ads. You'll get emotes, and also it's free and it supports me. So just a quick reminder: if anyone has an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to your Twitch and subscribe to me, and I would appreciate it greatly. All right, put this back on. I'm gonna start with that. And you get a free sub every month. Yeah, it's amazing. All right, so let's try go a bit side to side first, so that it's like the length of the roller, right? I'm gonna focus on this left side of the roller. I don't really care that it goes all the way here because my design is like this big, right? So just gonna try and make sure that every part of it looks wet with ink. Yo, Ink, what you doing? I'm doing some linoprinting. Or at least I'm trying to. We'll see if it works. There's no ink on this side, so I can kind of like spread it. Doing this as well, right? Just kind of make sure I get it evenly on the roller. I think I got a pretty even coating on the roller. Like it looks like, aside from here, but don't worry about this. Like all over here, it seems pretty even. Am I good? Am I ready? Am I ready to do it? Dragging back and picking up the top is good. You'll see that there's a bare spot when you drag up and down. Yeah, exactly. Like I don't see any more bare spots like over here, right? I think we might be ready. Oh, and I hear it hiss. I hear it hiss. I hear the what it was talking about for the hissing, right? So let's try this. All right, that looks pretty even to me. Let me put this here. Let's try this print, guys. So kind of just even pressure everywhere. Make sure every part. And then I just got to make sure to take it off like evenly. All right. All right. Let's have a look. Let's zoom in a bit. Okay. So I think I can maybe clean up the edges a bit more. Oh, also behind the eye here, I missed a spot. I think. Oh no, that's the eye stalk. I think I can use more ink. You need a bit more, right? Yeah. Here, let me... Also more pressure. All right, let me try it again. Just I put some more ink down. I think that's what the wooden thing is for? Yeah, but the thing is the wooden thing would slip over the... When you roll, don't go up and down. Try only pull down? Why? But yeah, the wooden thing I don't think will kind of rub on the back. I can try to use it. But here, let me... So it coats evenly. Alright, this definitely looks like it has enough ink now. That looks quite juicy. I don't think it like super like helps this thing, because like if I had my paper on top, then I would rub it with this, right? But because I'm doing it the other way around, this doesn't really slide on the rubber. Put the paper on top, I think. I'll try that next. That's what you said? Oh, okay, sorry. So it definitely got darker, but I almost had too much ink because now some of the grooves that I had are missing. I feel like I kind of need to wash it now to make sure it doesn't stay in those grooves. Yeah, let me wash it now to make sure it doesn't stay in those grooves permanently. Maybe carve the grooves a bit deeper as well. Yeah, maybe. It's just when I watched a video about this, one of the things they said was like, you really don't need to carve them deep. So that's one thing I was keeping in mind, you know? As long as it's even just a little bit below the surface, it'll print well. You just need a good, I guess you just need to master the ink application. See ya, Unroar. But I mean, so we can definitely do a bit of cleanup before we try again, because we're seeing that we're getting a lot of like other ink application that we're not meaning to, like around. Some of the mines some of the spots on mine I carved so deep it cut through to the other side. Really? Damn, okay. But yeah, it really like missed some of my lines. Also, this is a watercolor paper, so it is a bit textured. Maybe that's also part of the problem. Maybe if I just take some printer paper out, it won't need as much ink and it'll apply better. And one person is giving the best advice that works in absolutely every application. No, I'm just no, I mean, I just watched their video and they looked like they knew what they were doing and they were showing me what they were doing as they were doing it. And so their information seemed trustworthy. Another thing they said is don't cut towards your finger like I just did. Hey Ashton, welcome in. Yeah, let's remove all the extra around. I'm guilty of doing that too. It does hurt, just to let you know. Well, I think I'm gonna have to live and learn. I'm gonna try to avoid it, but I kind of do seem to default towards doing it sometimes. Sometimes it's just the best way to hold it for stability. Also, I do think I'm actually missing a little bit. Yeah, my gap here in between. Yeah, I am missing that. I gotta actually take that out. There is a tiny little piece I forgot to carve out. One of these days, I'm gonna cut myself. Okay, let me switch to the smaller one. Do I want this one skipped? What is this? There's none like Jesus. It's whatever. I don't mind. Maybe wear gloves. Nah. Nah. It would ruin the experience for me, honestly. Yeah, this little section actually needs to come out. And we can carve some of these deeper on the outside. But I don't really want to go back into where I did the lines on the eyes because I don't want to make them thicker. But that's good in here. Also, okay, so here, I think I dealt with that. Maybe take off this. Up there, maybe a bit more accurate here. Okay. I think we're almost ready for another test. I just double checked my old work. I remembered wrong. I did have the paper on top. We had an initial step in class where we made a template to help line things up that went under the lino. Okay, well, I mean, maybe this time I can try put it on top as well. Should I just use one of these? I'll just use one of these as a test one. It's okay. It's not. Sure, this is not like super expensive quality paper. It's just. I'll have one of these as a test one. So basically, once I do this, I'll put this on and then oh wait, I probably shouldn't do that, huh? Oh, that's fine. Also, you said I really had to make sure it was dry, right? Nate? I think it's dry. It seems pretty dry to me. I think it's good enough to put the ink on again. Or wait, no, you were just saying that to make sure to take it off while it's wet, not about it taking long to dry. All right. You blocked that song, but not the German song. The Rick Rolls, I did block the Rick Rolls, yes. Probably both fine. It's probably fine, but you don't want to water down the ink. But yeah, I think it's dry. I don't know if I need to apply more ink. I probably do need to apply a bit more ink. But also, I don't want it to go into the grooves. I don't know. It's kind of dry now, right? It's hissing though. It's still hissing. You think it's good? Should I try it with this, or should I try, or should I add some ink? Every time? Every time what? I'm here. Welcome. Were you gone, Jenya? Were you gone for long? I had a little bit of ink. Not too much, just a drop. There's almost no viewers on YouTube. Come over to Twitch. That's where the party's at. You need more ink on that? You could try with less if you want though. Yeah. Add it a little bit more. Oh wait, you said to just roll down. Let me actually remember the tips you gave me. You don't have Twitch? It's just a website. You don't need to download anything. Alright, let's try this. Also, when I'm applying it on my print, should I just roll down as well? Does that matter at all? Okay, I think my ink is well spread and also not in the crevices. So I think that's good. So let's try to... Man, this is kind of stressful. Every time we apply ink, when you press down the paper, it takes most of the ink off the lino. Off the roller? Or you mean in between stamps? Alright, I think I applied it enough. Oh hell yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. That's looking a lot better. Look at that. We're actually getting the like actually clean clean cuts in now. You like it, Jenya? I'm glad. Crab, yes, crab. Also, Riptide, if I don't do the card back before sending it to you, since you don't mind either way, would you like a crab on the back of yours? Would you like this guy? Because I can always stamp this guy. That way you'll at least have something. Up to you though. Where'd the follower goal go? You're right, it just dipped. It just dipped off the screen. I don't know. I don't know where it went. I think we achieved it and it was like, peace. You coming to Twitch? Awesome, Jenya. So yeah, so there's definitely, I gotta take off this little bit here on top. Maybe around the pincers here. On the eye stalk, there is a little... You know what? I'm actually glad I didn't do the dots in the eyes, because I feel it would have made this a lot less readable. Yeah. I'm happy I didn't do the dots in the eyes. That's good. Now you have to recreate the exact amount of ink plus pressure. But I think I have a feel for it, because you kind of gotta do it in a way where like you like still see your like grooves, and that you see that the ink hasn't gone into it. Should I wipe it off now? Should I go wash it off? Is it important to like kind of wash it off between presses? I washed it off earlier because I thought I put too much, but this time I don't think I put too much, so is it still important to wash it off? Mm-hmm. You don't have to wash between prints. So So I'm good to just leave it as is. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple sections that still got hit with the ink that weren't supposed to, like here. This section. It's not supposed to. Just once you're done for the day? Okay. Alrighty. Over here, there's like, yeah, there's this line here that gets printed. Human2964, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, fellow human. Welcome into the Ink Army. Oh, it's Ashton. Well, welcome into the Twitch side of things. I thought you had come on Twitch before, Ashton. Or had you just not followed? Alright, so we dealt with this. There's definitely some artifacts on the front claw as well. So let's get rid of the... I kind of went deep with that, huh? Oh no, it's fine. Get rid of those. Also, I don't know, like, to what extent sometimes maybe you just shouldn't refine it. You know, like sometimes the little patches of ink that weren't intentional kind of add to the effect of this medium, you know? Maybe I'm over refining it. It's possible. I had, but the account isn't working. Oh, okay, I see. It's weird, you requested a Crab Rave remix and it queued the original version. Weird. Maybe they don't have the remix on Spotify, because now it takes from Spotify, right? So oh, hello, Jenya. Your name on Twitch is Petia Havuk. What would you like me to call you? Does either work, or do you have a preference? I can try to remember. No guarantees. It is on Spotify, you checked? Pronounced Pita? Pita? Is it Pita? Or Peta? Pita or Peta? Yeah. Pita is option 1, Peta is option 2. Which one is it? Pita or Peta? Option 1 Pita or option 2 Peta? Let me know. Peta, okay. Alright. I'll try to remember it. Because it's a Russian name, it's pronounced differently. I see. All right. So we're about done for the day. Do we have anyone in mind to raid? This was a very successful successful day though. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. And thank you, Nate, for all the advice. Hopefully me struggling through this also helped you, Riptide, for when you'll start yours. And oh yeah, also thank you to Nate, Ozzy, and Riptide for purchasing some watercolors on my shop. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. It turned out so good. Thank you. Found the perfect person to raid. Alright, let me try to do one more print. And then we'll raid them. Can I zoom in, and how? Are you on mobile? Are you on mobile or are you on PC? There's got to be a way to zoom in. Maybe Riptide can help. Let's try this again. I definitely have less ink on it this time, I think. But no, it is still applying fairly evenly. I think I have a good amount of ink actually. All right, let's try apply it. They're doing watercolors, are Canadian, have song redeems, and have a bird in their name. That does sound like a perfect person to raid. Alright. Let's see how this print did. Oh, hell yeah. It's looking good. Hey, thank you for the last hydrate of the night.
2,964 just redeemed hydrate.
I appreciate you. But yeah, I think just a little bit of refinement around the eyes. I just gotta clean out, I think, around the eyes. To like make sure that I get those lines in. But aside from that, we're pretty much there. Clean. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's definitely a good first print. I'm happy with it. Yeah. Alrighty. Here, I'll zoom in on this for y'all. This is what we did today. This is the stamp. It's pretty good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Definitely gonna do some more. Looking forward to doing some more. Once you get the hermit crab cleaned up, I'd love to have it on the back of the card. Perfect, Riptide. Will you do reflection on the eyes? I'll see once I get the eyes cleaned up, like the line around the eyes. Once I get that cleaned up, if I feel confident to put a little dot on the eyes, I will. But otherwise, it might be too noisy. Because it's a very small, like this is like tiny. Like look at my look at my fingers, right? So like trying to make like a tiny little dot would be very challenging, and I think we would kind of lose it a bit. But I'll see. I'll see. If you sign it too, it is signed. It's in the stamp. The signature is in the stamp. Goose. You're saying? Are you saying to sign the goose? The cards will be signed with basically like the stamp in the back. And if I don't stamp something in the back, I'll just sign it in the back. All the other ones will be signed on the front. Like if it's not a card. Hey, S'mores! S'mores is on screen. Everyone worships S'mores. Alright. But yeah, the idea was that like, you know, this is like the signature is already there, and even, yeah, where is it? I even have a like date stamp. So, you know, like I'll put the stamp for the actual card back, and then I'll leave a spot for like the date stamp, and I'll put the date that it was done. That way it's like completely stamped. I thought that was a cool idea. So yeah. But yeah, let's. Also, I'm lagging a lot. Not ideal. But yeah, let's start the raid. Let's start the raid. Three, two. Well, here, let me. I'm saying adios to the people on YouTube. Thank you for stopping in. I'm going to see you next stream, probably tomorrow night.